We are back. We welcome you back. We're kind of at a halftime here in the 2013 Maroon and White game. Maroon leads at 25-17. John Leone has gathered former NFL coach and now ESPN analyst. And it'll be John Leone and Jon Gruden, two of the most important Johns in the stadium. Here's John.
Well, you've got that right. Maybe 1 out of 2 isn't bad, Gary. But, John, thanks for spending time with us on the Lafayette Sports Network. I'm going to steer away from football. If people want to know about football, they can tune into your quarterback show. They can certainly listen to you on Monday Night Football. We'll get to that in a minute, too. But your son, Deuce, he's moving up on the depth chart. And again, there's a whole process about kids choosing colleges. How involved were you? Obviously a lot. And what drew you guys to the college?
Well, I was very involved, like any parent, really. But when Deuce came to Lafayette, he met Coach Devaney, the staff, saw this facility. There's a tradition here at Lafayette, athletically and academically, that sold us, and I'm sure it's going to sell a lot of players in the future.
Yeah, absolutely, and I've been here a long time, as I told you, Coach, and Deuce's progress academically, I know you're pleased with it. His major?
He's in biology right now. He's taking a lot tougher classes than I did when I was in college. That's why you come to Lafayette. It's a great experience in the classroom, on the football field, and I'm impressed with what I see between the lines today. A couple big plays on defense that they have given up, a couple penalties, but all in all, pretty good football here.
You got an early start today. I heard a rumor going around that you got up early, spent some time with the coaches.
I was here at 5 o'clock in the morning. John Luce, the defensive coordinator, Mickey Fine, the offensive coordinator, just studying the game. And that's what really draws me to Lafayette. These coaches know the game, and they're really good at it.
It's terrific. I was so happy. Frank and I go back a long way, and we have a history with this school. And to have someone with your background, you were a player, you're a parent, and you're a coach, and that gives you a unique perspective.
Well, no question. Fortunately, I've got a really good wife that allows me to do some of the things that I've been able to do as a coach and now as a broadcaster. But you just want the best for your kids, and we're very fortunate to have our son here at Lafayette.
Well, I left the broadcaster part out because I fear for my job, and I need that security. Coach, listen, I love the quarterback show. That's always a lot of fun for the casual fan. You really break it down so people like me can understand it. The Monday night schedule came out. Have you had a chance to look at it?
Yeah, a little bit. I like the opening game, Washington and Philadelphia, traditional divisional rivalry. Cincinnati Bengals, my brother's the offensive coordinator of Cincinnati, second week of the season at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. We've got some great games. You never know who's going to be up and who's going to be down in pro football these days, and it'll be fun.
Were you surprised at all that the Browns – no, I won't even go there. People who know Lafayette College and know my affliction, they know my affliction well with the Browns. John, again, you mentioned to me it was important to you as a coach, as a guy who really knows the game, to send your kid to a school with a good background. Give us a little more of your perception of the team, what they're doing, their style of play. Does it fit with Deuce's skill set?
Well, if you just come and visit and study it yourself, you're going to see an offense that's very multiple. If you've watched any of the scrimmage today, you've seen spread option, you've seen 3-4 tight end sets, you've seen it all. Shifts, motions, audibles at the line of scrimmage. I like the way they attack offensively. And defensively, John Luce's staff, very multiple. You'll see the 3-man line, you'll see some 4-man line, a lot of movement up front, good disguise package in the secondary. Continuity
is very important, as you well know, and we've been fortunate to have John Luce organize our defense for a long time, and Mickey Fine, who's done it, and of course Frank as the head coach. You make your home in Tampa, do you, Coach?
I'm still in Tampa. I've got the FFCA, the Fired Football Coaches Association headquarters there, and
I'm a member.
You are a member. You're welcome anytime.
One more question. Have you had a chance? We've got a prominent Lafayette alum down there, and Joe Madden, who's the baseball coach down there. Have you guys had a chance to talk?
Yeah, definitely have in the past. Big fan of the Rays. Joe Madden has done a terrific job with a team that doesn't have the salary that a lot of the other teams have. He's excellent with his players, and as you know, that's a tough job, Major League Baseball.
Absolutely. He's done it in this proverbial small market. I'm getting a voice message in my ear, Coach, that Mike Joseph wants me to ask you about the Super Bowl, your impressions.
It's fun to win the Super Bowl. I know that. That was 10 years ago that we pulled it off in Tampa, but it's an endurance contest, physical, mental endurance contest. You've got to have a nucleus of football players that not only have talent but are mentally tough that can go through the peaks and valleys.
Think back to that team that you had, Coach, and again, you know, the fan looks at the game and it's become a business, and we talked a little bit about that as I was walking into the stadium. You know, guys getting big money, are they motivated? How much of it comes down to a college mentality almost, or you know, that real love of the game? Did you feel that with the Bucs?
I really did. We had some Hall of Fame players, John Lynch and Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, great players. But I think what it came down to was us just executing in critical moments. 3rd and 8 in the red zone, capitalizing on turnovers. When there's a play to be made, you got to make it in the big games, and we did that day.
Do you get the sense that they responded to your personality? Sometimes a fiery guy. I mean, I know. Listen, it's tough. You get these guys. The game has become so big. It's entertainment, but you still have to coach. You got to reach these guys at that intensity level, that desire level. And sometimes, you know, guys that punch the clock don't get it done.
Well, that's what coaching is. You know, you got to know how to motivate your team. Some guys need a kick in the butt. Some need a pat on the butt. And I felt that team needed a little bit more of the kick in the butt, and that's what we did. And hopefully it worked out. But you know, I'm just glad to be where I am today, studying the Lafayette Leopards. We look like we're going to be a pretty good team next year.
Hey, from your lips to God's ear, you know, Coach, thanks a lot for spending time with us. Good luck to Deuce. We know about his work ethic. He'll fit in great here.
Thanks a lot. You guys enjoy.
Thank you, Jon Gruden. Gary, Michael, 2 important Johns. Well, at least one. Back to you guys.
Great job, Jon Leone. Sometimes Jon's interviews are an endurance contest, but not